Greetings gamers, it's your boy MtG here back with another Magic video, and today we're going to be playing a deck that I've been working on slowly for a while now, and I finally think it's kind of ready to show the world. It's not perfect, but it's actually okay. Now, we're playing Simic tokens here, and just on the surface it sounds pretty bad, and it probably is really, but I actually like what we've got going. So, let's check it out. So, Woodland Champion is really our power engine. If you've seen my channel very much, if you've watched a lot of my videos, you probably have seen me play this card. I love Woodland Champion. Great card, really easy to turn into kind of a scaling big creature, right? Because it's a 2/2 for 2, but whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, you put that many +1/+1 counters on Woodland Champion. So it can get big pretty fast. Now, one of the ways we are building tokens, or creating tokens to build counters on Woodland Champion, is Murmuring Mystic. Now, this is a card you don't see a lot of play because it's a little bit too slow for the meta, and I'll admit it is pretty slow. It's a 4 mana 1/5, and that doesn't do anything immediately when it enters the battlefield, so that's a little bit weak. But since we are playing a lot of other good stuff and ways to make tokens, we're actually going to make quite a bit of use out of this. And whenever you, if you're not familiar with the card, it says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 blue bird illusion creature token with flying. And whenever we create that bird token, it's going to put a counter on Woodland Champion. So not only are we creating a tiny army of birds, we're also making our Woodland Champions much, much stronger. We are also playing a Nadir Kraken from Theros Beyond Death. Now this is a 2/3 for 3 mana, and it says whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1 mana. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Nadir Kraken and create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. So not only does it scale up its own power, so we're putting counters on Nadir Kraken, it also is going to be creating tokens, which is going to be making Woodland Champion stronger. So we have a lot of ways we can create power on our board using these 3 payoff cards. Now these are really our big payoffs that are going to be playing around with the tokens, and this is our token creating engine right here. So obviously we have Chemister's Insight, which just all it does is draw cards, but which is actually good because it's an instant, which triggers Murmuring Mystic, and drawing cards triggers Nadir Kraken, and etc, etc. So we can use this engine to create tokens and build up Woodland Champion and Nadir Kraken. We're also playing 3 copies of Quasiduplicate, which says create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Now, generally, we want to be Quasi-duplicating Murmuring Mystic or Woodland Champion because those are not only triggering their own abilities, but are going to be creating or duplicating the engine that we have to create power on the board, right? That's a really powerful play to make another Murmuring Mystic, which just means we're going to be doubling the number of bird tokens we make. So really, really good card to play alongside this. And then we're playing 3 Callous Dismissal. So Callous Dismissal mainly functions as just a little bit of disruption for our opponent's board. If they play something that we really dislike, like I don't know, a strong planeswalker or a big creature that we can't really attack through, Callous Dismissal is solid because it just bounces their stuff, which it's a sorcery, so it triggers Murmuring Mystic, but it also amasses 1, which creates a token. So early on, we can disrupt our opponent's board and build up Woodland Champion and increase our board's power. So it's pretty nice to have a couple copies of this in there. If you look down at the bottom of our curve here, we've got Gilded Goose and Growth Spiral, both of which are essentially just ramp pieces that want to get us into our later game plays early on so we can kind of start our engine faster. So that's really essentially what we're doing, but both of them can trigger stuff that we've got. Growth Spiral is good for triggering Murmuring Mystic and Nadir Kraken, and then Gilded Goose creates a food token which buffs up Woodland Champion on its own. So that's got some good synergy there for us. And then in the late game, we really just have kind of the Simic powerhouses. We've got 4 Hydroid Krasis, which is solid because it helps us against counter or control decks, because even if we cast this into a counter spell, we're getting a lot out of it by drawing cards and gaining life. But also, if it doesn't get countered, it's just a big flying with trample creature, so we like that. And then 2 Nissa, who shakes the world because she's just really strong. And if we want to be competitive in Simic, we probably want to be playing a little bit of this. And it lets us cast bigger Hydroid Krasis because of her passive. It lets us cast more Chemister's Insights to draw cards, and really gives us a lot more power to work with, a lot more mana to work with. And then in the top here, what we're looking at is just 2 sagas that I wanted to play from Theros Beyond Death, just to kind of spice things up and make it a little more relevant to the set we're playing in. We've got the first Iroan games, which actually works pretty well with this deck, because on the first page, or page of it, First lore counter, we create a 1/1 human soldier creature token, which obviously helps Woodland Champion. And then on the second page, we put 3+1/+1 counters on target creature we control, so we're scaling up a creature. And then on the third turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you draw 2 cards. So essentially, if we have creatures left out, a lot of times we play this and then our opponents will try to kill our stuff so that we don't get to draw the cards, which is a big bummer, but that's fine. Because generally we get a lot of value out of it nonetheless. And then on the fourth turn, we sacrifice first round games and we create a gold token, which again buffs up Woodland Champion and gives us a little bit of extra mana to work with. And then in Kiora, the Best Sea God, which is a card I have not seen played very much and I've not played myself very much. On the first turn, you create a 8/8 blue Kraken creature token with hexproof, which is just a huge token creature. It's a nice kind of game winner. And then the second page, you tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step. And then the third one, you gain control of target permanent and opponent controls, untap it. So essentially, if we play this, we're trying to win the game real quick. And we should be. This is very much a late game play. It's really strong. And it's kind of a game winner for us after we've kind of created this huge board full of stuff. So yeah, let's get into some gameplay here. I kind of rambled on there, but I felt like it's a goofy enough deck that I probably should have explained it pretty intricately, and I hope that wasn't too boring, guys. So let's get into some gameplay and see how we do. All right, folks, versus the last man sitting. Very funny. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is definitely keepable. Really solid starting hand. So we'll go ahead and play Forest for the Gilded Goose. Now, the question is here, so do we play Temple of Mystery next turn and use the food to play Woodland Champion? Or do we shock in Breeding Pool? I think we shock in Breeding Pool because we can go Woodland Champion and then also play the Gilded Goose with our other Gilded Goose, which buffs up Woodland Champion immediately. So we like that. We like having a 3/3 and 2 Gilded Gooses on turn 2. Okay. Orzhov Enforcer. Oh, come on, man. That's not cool. All right, let's do Temple of Mystery here. I'm actually going to bottom that because we need other stuff. We already have a Nadir Kraken. I'm going to... Yeah, I'll just go ahead and play the Nadir Kraken now. Go ahead and start that. And we can't really attack through Orzhov Enforcer because I don't want my Woodland Champion to die. Not a good trade for us, so I will pass for now and see if we can't get something else going. Okay, Cruel Celebrate. I'm expecting them to have a board wipe here pretty quickly. I'm going to pay 1, yeah. Because now I can attack with both of these. Attack, attack. Obviously, they're going to block something. It's probably better if they block the Nadir Kraken than the Woodland Champion, because this gets bigger faster. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to play Akaya's Wrath on us and board wipe. I actually want... Ooh, no, I don't think I want to keep that because I don't have any lands in hand to play. Now, I could just wait and create a food token with Gilded Goose instead of playing the other Woodland Champion. I'm going to do that because I don't want to play Woodland Champion into a board wipe. So I'm just going to pass and use Gilded Goose's ability. Because they could really definitely be playing Kaya's Wrath in this deck if they have a lot of afterlife creatures. Okay, consume. That sucks. Well, we'll resolve that. That's not something you see every day. All right, let's make a food token. Oh my, that's nice. Heck yeah. Yep, we'll go Nissa Who Shakes the World, and then untap the forest so that we can also play Woodland Champion. Okay. Okay. Fingers crossed. No. Oh. Okay. We did discard Murmuring Mystic, but that's not the end of the world. Okay. Fine by me. Ugh. Well, we can't really attack through Basilica Bellhaunt here, which is pretty lame. Unless we do this. And make our Woodland Champion strong enough to attack. I'm actually sort of hoping they double block here. Okay, so they take the damage. I'm going to hold this card just as a bluff. There's not really any reason to play it. Pitiless Pontiff. Oh boy. Okay. That's fine. We can't block that, so she takes 1 damage. And then we go to my turn. Yikes. Okay, so we're flooding here, which is very unfortunate. I can't very well attack. They have too much death touch, so like Pitiless Pontiff, I can't attack through because Woodland Champion, yeah, will just die to it, and then it'll get indestructible, etc. So we kind of have to just do nothing right here. I'm going to... Wait, cancel. I'm going to go ahead and make a token. If they didn't have a mana up, I could attack, but they do. I'm still scared a little bit to make all my lands into creatures, because if they have a Kaya's Wrath, we're going to be in big trouble. I'm going to submit 0 just to plus her up and not make a creature. And then I guess I pass, honestly. Pretty lame. We really need a Murmuring Mystic, because if we get flyers, we're going to be fine. Or like a Hydroid Krasis would be great. Knight of Sorrows. Odd card to play. I see what they can do. Okay. Pass 2 attackers. Yeah. Make another token. Make our Woodland Champion stronger. And give me something that's not that. Okay, well, Growth Spiral at least draws me a card and gives me another Woodland Champion. Okay. I will decline. Then we'll play Woodland Champion. So I don't think they're playing Kaya's Wrath in this deck, or they probably would have used it already. And I gotta keep Nissa on 8. So we pass. We need to keep her on 8. It's very important that she gets her ultimate ability off, because that will put all the forests in my deck onto the battlefield, which does a couple of things. It gives us more lands, obviously, and it makes my lands indestructible, but it also strips my deck of lands, so it makes me more likely to be able to draw non-land cards. So they're all attacking. And they concede. Okay, so they knew that I was about to ultimate Nissa, and they didn't have much, I guess. But okay. All right, well, let's go to the next one. Magic Missoul. Okay, good. good starting hand. Decent starting hand. We go Breeding Pool, and Growth Spiral is a good turn 2 play. Okay, Healer's Hawk. I'm going to play this on their turn. Okay, so it looks like just life weenies, which is kind of an easy deck for us to play around because we make a ton of tokens, a ton of good blockers. So we'll get Murmuring Mystic out on this turn. Ooh, nice. Okay, Murmuring Mystic. Okay, Heliod. Callous Dismissal is actually quite good against Heliod because they put counters on stuff, and we're kind of okay with that. Oh yeah, we want that on top. And then I'll go Nadir Kraken, and then Gilded Goose. And I'm actually going to attack because I got nothing else to do, and I need to keep them off of 1,000,000 life. Oof. Yeah, this is a deck that can really quickly do a lot of stuff. Okay, so they're going to be gaining a ton of life, attacking with Heliod. We take 9 damage, I guess. No blocks, unfortunately, because we don't have tokens yet. But we're getting there. We're getting there. We'll pay 1. I'm going to bounce the Healer's Hawk, actually, because it has so many tokens on it that it's actually quite dangerous right now. Though they may sacrifice all side of Life's Bounty. Okay, they do that. That's fine. Not terrible. But the good news is that we now have a bunch of blockers. So even if they get stronger and stronger, which they're going to do, we have blockers and we're good. So let's pass turn. I'll just let that happen. And then, so I've got a blocker for the Healer's Hawk and I've got a blocker for Heliod. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so they're gonna make make Linden really strong now, and probably use Heliod's ability to give her lifelink. Can we not die here? Not you. We want to block with you, and I'll make another token with another food token with Gilded Goose. Before it dies. So they didn't give Linden lifelink. Oh my, that's bad. That's probably game. Yeah, that's game. Alright, we'll go ahead and concede. We're losing this one pretty bad. I thought we actually started pretty well, but they started way better. Yeah, activating Heliod with Linden on turn 3, or I guess it was turn 4, was pretty solid. Pretty solid play from the Life Weenies, which generally I think we do well against if we can keep our stuff alive and make tokens faster, which we did not really do that game. Okay, we'll keep. Temple of Mystery first. I think we want to bottom Gilded Goose. Doesn't really help us a whole lot here. Fairy Miscreant. Okay. It's a Gilded Goose. I'm going to shock in Breeding Pool to play Growth Spiral. Okay, we draw a land. Let's put... let's play Breeding Pool tapped. I could have shocked that in to play Gilded Goose, but I felt like there's not a ton of reason to do that. Okay, so Azorius Flyers. Azorius Flyers. So they're probably going to be trying to get Safara onto the field. Let's do this. Get an island and go Murmuring Mystic. So Murmuring Mystic is actually decent against this deck because we make a lot of 1/1 flyers and they pretty much attack with only 1/1 flyers. So, oh, Staggering Insight. Okay, not what I quite expected. I'm hoping we draw into a... not that. But I'll go Woodland Champion. Gilded Goose here. And pass the turn. So we're not in a great position. We start slow, and against aggro decks, we suffer a little bit. Rally of Wings. Oh, do we die? Let's see. 3, 7, 10, 13 damage. Yeah, they have lethal if I don't block. So I block you. And then I'm actually going to sacrifice the food token to gain some life. So that's a bummer. Big old bummer. So they shock that in for Winged Words. Great. Great. Okay, so let's see. We can do Hydroid Krasis. I still think we just... Hydroid Krasis doesn't really do that much for us. It draws us 2 cards, gains us 2 life. But if they have Rally of Wings, we die. I think we gotta go Chemister's Insight. Draw 2 cards. We make 1 token for a blocker. And Quasiduplicate doesn't do it, so I think we lose. I think we're dead. They obviously take that damage, but I attack because there's nothing else for me to do. And then I end the turn because we didn't draw. We drew Quasiduplicate, which is nice, but we're 1 mana short of being able to play that. Pteramander. Actually, I'm going to block the Fairy Miscreant. Okay, so we're not dead, actually. I thought we were going to die there, but they didn't have Rally of Wings, and we're not able to adapt the Pteramander. Staggering Insight, great. Great, great, great. Okay. So we can Quasiduplicate Murmuring Mystic, but then we die. We can play Nissa, Who Shakes the World. See, we just don't have enough mana right now. So we can play Nissa, Who Shakes the World, and then play Chemister's Insight. But we still die. Yeah, I think we're dead no matter what we do. The only way we can not die is we go Chemister's Insight. I discard Nadir Kraken. And I get Callous Dismissal, which is actually what we needed. Because that does a lot for us. Bottom that. We bounce that. And so now we have 2 blockers. We're still in danger of being dead. But Callous Dismissal was a huge draw right there. Pteramander again, because we bounced their Staggering Insight. Okay, more Pteramanders. So they attack with Pteramander, just that. Okay, so we will block you and block you. Because I don't want them to draw cards. And I also want to kill... So I could have blocked and killed Pteramander, but I felt like this was the better play. Okay. If I do this for 6, that gains me only 3 life. And then I can die pretty easily. I could Quasiduplicate and then Quasiduplicate again. If I do this, I can also Quasiduplicate and Quasiduplicate again. So I'm gonna do tap this for green, tap this for green, tap, tap. Ooh, I gotta make sure I have the mana available. So I gotta tap you though. Okay, so we go Nissa. And then I Quasiduplicate my Murmuring Mystic because I need to make more bird tokens. So then we untap Breeding Pool. Go to attackers. We actually have a chance of winning. It's not a good one, but it's a chance. And then we Quasiduplicate the Murmuring Mystic again. Discarding Hydroid Krasis, unfortunately. But we do make just 2 birds, sadly. But we have enough blockers to survive unless they have a Rally of Wings. If they have Rally of Wings, we lose. Oh, 6/6 lifelinker is kind of strong. It's a little bit strong. But here we go. Let's see if we can do this. They don't have mana for... Ah, yes! Yes! Woo! How did we win that game? Bird tokens, baby! Bird tokens. Nice. All right, Bregalad. Bregalad. Okay, we can work with this hand for sure. It's not great, but it does give us a Woodland Champion followed by Nadir Kraken, which is very nice. Bottom Chemister's Insight, because we need a land or a Murmuring Mystic or something. Okay, they shock that in to do Merfolk Secret Keeper. Okay, so they're doing, yeah, Grixis Reanimator. So we just kind of have to run them down here, which is going to be pretty hard with the hand we have. We don't have a super spicy start. We have, yeah, and they've got Death Touch, Lifelinkers, and blockers out the wazoo. So let's go Nadir Kraken here. I think this is bad. No, I don't attack because they can just block with Merfolk Secret Keeper or they block with Vampire of the Dire Moon. Dang. So no attacks for now, unfortunately. Narcomoeba. Very interesting. I'm actually going to pay the 1 because it gives me a token. And then I can play Woodland Champion. And I'm pretty sure they're not playing board wipes in this deck. So we're not going to attack for now. Well, do we though? I think we do attack here. Something is going to get blocked by Vampire of the Dire Moon. But it's really fine because something has got to get blocked eventually by it. And so we might as well go ahead and get it out of the way now instead of just being stagnant and letting them, freeze me out, because I know that I don't have super solid removal for it. Okay, Temple of Mystery. Let's go ahead and play that, and then I'm going to keep the Forest on top. Then we'll go first Iroan Games, make our token, and then I can attack here. I'm a little bit worried they have removal. They've kept mana up. But we do... Okay, they kill the token. Surely they don't play board wipes in this, right? They don't have anything in their graveyard that I'm real scared of right now, which is good. It's very good. Thrill of Possibility. Okay, so they discard Creeping Chill. I respect playing Creeping Chill. It's a card that if you can put it in your deck, I kind of like that. Cauldron of Eternity. Very interesting deck they got going here. I'm actually going to put it on the token creature. Excuse me, I forgot how to speak for a second. We're just gonna attack. They may be dead. Like, they don't have anything in their graveyard that's really worth reanimating. Why would you do that? Let's go to damage. And then we go Nadir Kraken. And then we end the turn. Are they going to concede? I feel like they're just going to die now, right? Okay, it looks like they're sacrificing Blood for Bones. But what do you even get? Murderous Rider? Mire Triton? Mire Triton has Death Touch, so it might be a decent card to draw here, or to play. Yep, Mire Triton, good. They gain 2 life, put cards into their graveyard. Not the cards that they wanted. This has Death Touch. I think we win here though. Where's their win con? I haven't seen a card. Yeah, I'm actually gonna pay as much mana as possible, so we get to draw 2 cards. So we get 2 Nadir Kraken triggers. We pay. Yep. Yep. And then we pay. Yep. And then we go Gilded Goose, makes another token. Makes both of them stronger. I think we win, right? Is that lethal? That's lethal. That's game, boys! Woodland Champion attacking for the win. GG's, Brega lad. Weird deck you're running there. Weird deck. But I respect the hustle. Well, all right, guys. We had a couple of rough games. At definitely one game that I was pretty sure we were going to lose, but we ended up barely winning because of bird tokens, baby. Bird tokens all the way, all day. If you enjoyed this deck, please leave a comment or like the video. And if you're new to the channel, I do suggest subscribing if you want to see more from me. If you like it and you want to see more, subscribe so you get notified and stuff when I post videos. And if you have suggestions for stuff to play in the future, I've been really struggling with coming up with good decks to play on the channel. I have all these ideas, but none of them are really great. So I'm struggling for content here. So if you have suggestions, do let me know in the comments below, or you can join the Discord, which there's a link to in the description of this video. And yeah, stay safe out there, guys. I do appreciate your viewership. And yeah, keep playing Magic. Keep on gathering, but also social distancing. Gathering virtually with MtG Arena. All right, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.